Yeah, hello. For those who just came while Dasha was speaking, I'm Svetlana Murskaya. I am the head of linguistics and computational AI team in our company. So, first of all, I would like to remind you the things that Dasha said before, that in this part of our demonstration, we will try to make some bots together. And for this purpose, you will need to register on our site that showed before. It is the site of AnyLogic. Here we go. This site. It's rather quick, and it will allow you to do a lot of things with me together. It will be more interesting. And also, I ask you to install Yandex Alice application. It will need for us for the second bot. You will not be able to write this bot together with me, but I will deploy this bot into Yandex Alice, and you will be able to try it with me, to say something, to ask me to correct some mistakes maybe, I do not know, and I will try to make some changes and we will see how it works. As I said before, we will make two bots. The first one will be on AnyLogic platform, and it's a pity, but this platform is not actually works in English language. So the English version will get into production any day now, and I just will try to translate all the things I write in Russian. And the first bot will just answer to user about if the city, the person called, is the capital of some country or not, and also will name the name of the country the city is situated in. Dasha, while we will be building this bot, will wander around the room, and if you need any help, she will give this help to us. So, and I guess that the second bot on our regular platform, Just AI conversational platform, will be built by us after coffee break. So, well, I will say about it in more detail later. So let's start. Just to, if you have the login data, you have to enter AnyLogic.com and enter this login data, and then you will have such main page of our product. So here there are some templates of the most common cases for bots. They are really simplified, so you cannot use it actually for the whole stack of actions in this team, but they are kind of useful, and they demonstrate how to use this product for your purposes very clearly. Also, you can find here with the help of these links some documentation about this product. What we are interested actually now in this button with last time and the description to make a bot. So if we tap this button, we will have the form where we should enter the name of our bot. As I said before, it is the bot about the city and the capital, so different countries. So I just name it something like capitals. Pay attention that you can't just tap enter, you should click continue button. So the first screen is appeared, and here we can see all the blocks with the help of which we can build our bot. So who can say what the bot should do firstly when we just enter into the chat.
Say hello.
Yep, exactly. And also it will be cool if our bot say some words about itself, because it will show to the user the main purpose of our of it, and actually we should initiate some dialogue with the user from the first message, because sometimes just, well, it is the user don't know what to do on the first step and start to make a lot of different things, and we don't know how to react on these things, and it looks no good. So to make the first greeting message, we just should choose this block. If we click on it, we will open the form text block. And here we should just enter the text we want to see as a greeting message of our bot. So I will write something, as I said before, it will be in Russian. I will write something like, hi. I know everything about different cities. Ask me some city. Oh, say me some city, sorry. And I will say to you in which country it is situated in. And if it is the capital of this country or not. Something like this, yes. Okay, then we press save button, and here we go. We have the greeting message in our bot. You can test your bot in this system too. For this purpose, you should just push this button testing, and let me try this just to show you that everything is okay and our bot is polite and well educated, and will give the greeting message to us. So you should wait for some time. I guess it will be not long time, yeah. There we go. So now we have test widget, but I guess I need to do this first to save all our bot. Sometimes it happens. And make testing again. So here we can see that in testing widget, the bot makes say hello to us and tell about itself as we wanted him to do. So the next question is, how do you think how user can react on this greeting message? Well, just imagine that you are that is the most normal user, and we just need another block who will make the reaction for the user's answer. So to cancel the city from user request, we just should use the block entering text here. When we push it, we can write here for city the thing. Oh no, for city we should use the block phrase, and here we can write something like something like this, and push save button. I will explain it later, maybe something else, some other reactions. Well, sometimes user just can ignores our answer and say something like hello and that's all. And we can make it as the second group of answers, which are possible here. So it will be something like this. Okay, I guess that's enough. So we just push save button, and here we can we see two variants of possible reactions which we wrote before, and actually our system automatically edits the third field, any other phrase. So you should understand that people sometimes react not as you want, and they make some strange things, and after your written message they just cannot react with greeting or with answer on your question. They just can say something like how are you, who are you, or something like this. And if it is important for you to make some reactions for these cues, you can make as many answer groups as you want in this block. I do a really simple block, so I will let all these phrases be in this group, any other phrase. So next step, we should make the reactions for every variant of the reaction. So, for example, if the users say hi, we should just okay, let it be in this way, but in the normal situation, actually, you should just click this circle by your pointer, and that's enough for new block to appear. There's something wrong here in the system, so I will do it in this way. As you saw, I just make new block. It was the text block again, and I just make the connection between this, actually between this reaction and this block. So if user answer for our greeting message just hi, we will just make the transition to this text block, and we'll show to the user the text hi, naming the city. So we can try to test it. There's no history clearance here, so this is right, and this is the message from our first testing, and this is the greeting message from our second testing, and we write something like this, and bot is answering with hi, name the city.
What should happen in case if user enters something like здравствуйте или добрый день?
Actually,
will it automatically find the equivalent, or it will user should enter not user but someone who configures the system should enter all the equivalents of the same phrase?
This is the thing why I use phrase block, because phrase is something that it is example of phrase, and we have the system under we have the classification in our system who will help you to not to write all the variants, but to write only one is high, and all the other variants of high will be working.
So the handling of such cases are inside your system, right?
Yeah.
So if in this case we enter здравствуйте, it will act the same way like it was in positive.
I hope so. We can just try to test it. Okay. Here we go.
But what if we enter some garbage?
About garbage, I said before when I said that automatically we added the third field, any other phrase, it is actually the field for all the garbage. So if you want to answer, for example, on question like who are you, you just should add this phrase in this block. And if you not write it here separately, it will be the garbage, and we will react on it as in any other phrase except CT or IP.
No, I'm just curious for testing purposes. If we enter two phrases and receive the same answer, if we enter something different, not really здравствуйте, but something like пока.
But now we don't have any reaction for any garbage, so I just put this reaction and then we will test.
Okay.
Actually, we can make this, but it will be, well, okay, something like this. It will be the phrase will just say, I'm sorry, I do not understand you.
Can you show that, please?
Yeah, sure. There we go. It is just answer you can make in this field. I will show you later. Well, here. Default answer. If we don't have any reaction, just for purpose we don't have any error, we make this phrase.
In case if user enters not привет, but something like здравствуйте, давайте попробуем город сама.
For this purpose, you can make the phrase look like here. This way, and it will work too. So
in case it will take Samara as a CT and will answer what should expect.
If the user will in the same message include the grade or the city.
okay, we can make something like I guess it is more for this group of phrases. We can write something like this way. Okay, and we need here.
Something like employees, right?
Yep. The thing it means that this word can appear or not appear. It is not important. So, well, that's all. Another question?
If couple of cities in the same sentence. So, as an example, let's try Samara or Nizhny Novgorod.
It is rather simple bot maker now. So it is in beta testing and we make this ability. But later in the second part of our demonstration, I will show our full platform and it can do something like this. Any logic now can do. Can handle two entities in one queue. Okay, and now we should make some reaction for, I'm sorry, for the case if the user says something like city. If the user says something like city, I guess we should. I just promised to tell you about why we use this in, why we name this city in this way. So maybe you know that there are such things as named entities, and it is exactly the same. So we have some system dictionaries for all these entities, for cities and for some other entities too. You can find them here in the tab entities. I'll just save and go out from scenario making. Here you can see all our system dictionaries which we have for Russian language now. Cities, names, capitals and countries. To look at dictionary and to see how it is constructed, you can just download it and open in some. Well, it's not good view, but well, you know, one object is something like all this thing just to the right. I'm sorry, there is some problem with showing all these things here. So there are actually three fields here. The first one is ID of object. This is the second one. And this is all the variants of pronunciation or spelling for every city. And here there is additional information in brackets about this separate city. So the right name, latitude and longitude, code of country, where the city is situated in, time zone, population, flag about if this capital, if this city is capital or not, and continent where the city is situated on. Actually, we will, when we say something like, coming back to our scenario, this, we just refer to this dictionary of named entities. So if we get some city, we should make an HTTP request. As far as you can see in this example, we have marked about country only in this way with symbol code, so we can't tell the user that AE is the country where this city is situated in. It's much more convenient and good looking if we say something. That Arabic Emirate is the country where Ras Al Khaimah is situated in. So actually we need to transfer symbol code of the country where this city is situated in into their good-looking Russian word. So for this purpose, we are just going to use this database. It is open database. We will just found it in GitHub. It looks like this, like Visual JSON. So we made HTTP request here on this address, and making this HTTP request, we get all this information. there is system variable in this in any logic. It looks like this, and this is actually the variable. The response from HTTP request is saving it in. So just for more good-looking code, I will rename this thing in something like pods. So in this way, we can understand that here there are all the pods for all the countries. And when we make this HTTP request, it can be succeeded or can fail. So in case if it is succeeded, we just should use the information from our dictionary and mix the information from our dictionary and from database we got from HTTP request. So to mix it, we should write something like this. As far as you remember, it is the result of HTTP. Here, if you remember, in our dictionary there is a field country. And we can refer to this field in this way. And in such a way we can get normal Russian word for country where our city is situated in. Okay. This country, where our city, as far as you remember, maybe also our dictionary has the field name. In this way, we get the first phrase about the country, and we should make it this way. If the request is okay, we just come into this text block. And next thing, if you remember, our dictionary also have the field country. Country, capital. And this flag shows if it is the capital of this country or not. So to say if this city is capital or not, we just should make another block with the condition where we just should check if this flag is true. Oh yeah, thank you. And so, if it is true, we should make the text block for our user and to say to him that, well, yes, this is the capital. Save this block and make the transition. And here we have some automatically added field else. So if it is not capital and this condition is not true, we should say to our user that it is not capital. Well, and I should make the transition from here to here. Okay, I guess we can try to make testing of this bot. Our greeting message would just say something like, "Hi, Moscow." And we get the answer, Russia is the country where Moscow is situated, and yes, it is capital. We can say something and that's like St. Petersburg. And that was no. Oh, maybe it's there. I forget to make the transition, so let's try it to make once again. Or we just can say something like enter. And here we go. Russia is the country of St. Petersburg, and this is not capital. We can make testing for a long time, but actually I think that the main principles of bot building and in M logic is quite clear, And if you have any questions, I can answer.
If there is city which is not known by the system, what should happen? Can we make the system that it able to learn such cities, asking users, okay, Armянsk, I don't know the city, please tell me where it is.
Well,
And next time when we ask about the same city, it answers correctly.
no, this system can't do it automatically, but there is the ability, if you have any logs from your system, you can make such a dictionary by yourself and use it in the same way here. So, well, if you click this tab, there is here the button to create a dictionary. So, well, you can just add new cities here to name it something like city 2, and to put it there like another possible variant, well, something like here, and make very simple.
So in this case, we should write all scripts behind the system, which takes some data from logs, analyzes this data, and make dictionaries from this data.
Yep. Anything else?
So no self-learning capabilities right now.
No, right now, no. Maybe later. It is just, well, beta testing.
And what's the button markup for TTS when you make the new block?
This thing, yeah?
No, just make a new block.
New bot?
New block.
Here?
Yeah.
It just will make the...
No. When you want to add a new text.
Here.
Там разметка для синтеза.
Oh, here.
Yeah.
There are some bots like Alice Yandex. They have TTS, text-to-speech system. And if you need to make some special synthesis of speech, if the system has some special notification for speech markup, something like, well, for example, in Alice it is something like this way, and this plus sign means that you should stress on yet in the word привет. So it will not be shown to the user, but it will be used. It will be used to give to this text-to-speech system.
Okay, and what's the default settings for this is for Yandex Alisa?
No, there are a lot of different channels here, but actually I guess that now we can, well, use it in Alisa mostly, but it can adapt it for all these things, for all the channels we have. So here there are all the channels we can deploy our bot in. Alice, Telegram, chat widget, contact, Facebook, and Google Assistant. Question? That's all.